So on this channel, I've talked about The Last of Us Part 2 a couple times. I've talked about The Last of Us Part 2 as the video game, and now I've also talked about The Last of Us Season 2. And if you have seen any of those videos before, I'm not crazy about The Last of Us Part 2. I didn't think it was a good story. I didn't think it was the story that I want. It's grown on me a little bit since it's released, just because we've gotten away from it a little bit, but I haven't forgiven it by any means. But a new trailer for The Last of Us Season 2, which is taking inspiration from The Last of Us Part 2, has officially released. I've heard good things about the trailer. We've never really done it like a reaction thing on this channel before, so maybe that will be cool. So yeah, let's get into the trailer, and then we'll kind of break it down, and I'll give my thoughts after the trailer is over. But before we get into it, I wanted to officially say and be very, very happy that our website, foreverunlikely.com, has officially released. We're still working on it a little bit, but you can go in there and see everything that we've done with the website, and there's even some ways that you can support our channel and the growth and the vision that we see by joining the 1%. I'll let you guys be able to read all of that over there when you go to www.foreverunlikely.com. But let's get into the trailer. It's a broken watch.
You okay?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the scene of them walking in the woods.
This is where we live. What's that?
The fence.
Okay. Tommy's kid.
What's inside?
People.
What's outside?
Monsters.
Whoa.
By the time the sun comes up tomorrow, there's a very good chance you'll be dead.
You're gonna lose.
Spores?
Don't you know what he did?
Tommy flamethrowing a bloater? What the fuck?
You swore.
Damn. Huh. Okay, I liked it. From everything that I've heard in this game, or at least this season of the show is going to take a lot of The Last of Us Part 2. Naturally so, and I wouldn't really want them to not take elements from The Last of Us Part 2. From everything I've heard, they're going slightly different, but the DNA is still there. Off the top, a lot of the scenes that have Pedro Pascal in it looks like it's either from the flashbacks with Ellie up until she finds out that he lied to her, and then it looks like most of the scenes here were from that or from the night where he dies, when there's the winter storm and all the zombies are coming. It looks like that they're going to be switching some of that stuff up, though. It looks like the way that Joel is going to fall into his death will be a little different than it was in the show, or in the game, I apologize. Because it looks like all the infected are going to be attacking the walls of Jackson directly. And I imagine maybe amongst the chaos, that's where we'll see Joel's death, is that Abby and her team will find a way to sneak in, and during all the chaos and destruction, they will be able to blindside Joel, and that's how he will die. But it looks like they're taking the criticism of The Last of Us Part 2, and it says, so let's talk about it. Playing with it a little to maybe try and fix this as much as they can. I'd imagine we're going to be spending a little more time with Joel, or at least Pedro Pascal's character, maybe because HBO wants to make sure they squeeze that out as much as possible. But it looks like they're going pretty far into the game here. The Last of Us Part 2 as a game, it's a pretty damn long game, and it looks like that the scars are going to be introduced, and Seattle's going to be introduced, and they're going to get all the way up to, I mean, the scene where Ellie and Nora are in here. They're going to be at least getting that far, and that's pretty dang far. So my wonder is, and how I think it might play out is, The Last of Us Part 1, or the Last of Us Part 2, Season 2, apologies, text message. How it kind of looks like to me is that in episode 1 of season 2, we're probably gonna start it off with Joel and Ellie going to the space place, which is one of the best scenes in part 2, and it looks like that is going to be in this as well. I would be upset if they cut it. We'll be introduced to Abby a little bit sooner, I'd imagine. And we'll be able to get to empathize with Abby a little bit more, and then they will probably will be introduced to the infected, and my guess is Pedro Pascal's character Joel will die in either the end of episode 2 or the end of episode 3, somewhere in that department. Now I would be shocked if they go the whole golf club route. I don't want to see it. I really do not want to see Pedro Pascal get his head caved in with a golf club, so I'd imagine they're going to go a different route with that, and I would prefer that they did. A simple Joel getting shot in the chaos of the infected, I think, is the route that they have to go. Clearly, they're going to still go that route where Pedro Pascal's character is going... I keep saying Pedro Pascal's character, where they're gonna go that route where Joel is going to die, and I think we're too far along now where we can't change. I would change it, but at least change it. I would fucking change the whole story altogether. But I think they're gonna try and change this up enough and try and fix it to the best they can. And from everything that I've seen in the trailer, it looks great. It looks fantastic, and I think that there is a path that they can sort out the flaws to make this somewhat of a better appealing game. Show. Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. Whatever you have, like The Last of Us Season 2 and The Last of Us Part 2, I'm trying to, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm assuming Abby's character will, or Abby will end up shooting Joel instead of doing the whole golf club thing. I really, really hope. But yeah, as far as the action, the Tommy seems to have a bigger role in this. That's cool. Love that. Yeah, man, it looks really, really good. The soundtrack also, I really love that song. I don't know that song, but that song sounded sick. I really hope that they do Seattle right, where it's violent and it's rainy and wet and grimy, and Ellie is tearing through people. She's on an avenge warpath. And I think that's The Last of Us Season 1 was very strategic about where they put their violence. They didn't, it wasn't like the game where it was constant violence, but I think here you should go all out with the violence. I think Ellie has to really tear through people. And that's the route that I would go down. But I from everything that I've seen, the majority of the trailer that we got here, there were some elements with the scars in Seattle and a little bit in there, but a lot of it was the focus on the attack on Jackson in the past and leading up to the events of Joel's death. And I think that's probably done to make it look like Pedro Pascal's in the show a little bit longer. But regardless, it looks great, and I'm excited to watch it and see how it all pans out. But yeah, if they are able to make chicken shit taste like chicken soup, or however that phrase, chicken salad, they can make chicken shit taste like chicken salad. The things that they would have to change is they're gonna have to not let Joel get his head caved in with a golf club, make it a little more intense, have more action there with the zombies straight up attacking Jackson, make Tommy have some more badass elements to it, make it sad, but not make it stomach churning sad. Like the golf club scene was supposed to affect you, it was supposed to destroy you, but it turned people off way too soon, and I think that effect will hurt even more if you do that to character being played by Pedro Pascal. I don't know. I can't imagine. You can't do it the same way, at least in my opinion. So yeah, The Last of Us Season 2 trailer, the final trailer, I really liked it. I think it looks good, and I can't wait to see how it goes. Let me know what you think about the trailer in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace, love, adios, and goodbye.